Alright, so now we're going to move on to the skin pin treatment. The skin pin treatment is going to puncture little holes into the face with a little small micro needle, tap in the face, like, and it's going to open up those channels to like, oh, and it's like, man, we're now receptive and open to the seeds or whatever we're going to put into the face, serums, a mask. If you have acne, drying mask like a clay mask, or if you don't have acne, you have oily skin, well, actually oily skin for the clay mask as well, so it's going to seep up that sebum of oil. And if you have normal skin like she does, she has like a combination slash normal skin type, you still want to aerate the skin and poke holes in the face with the needles or the dermal roller. So this is the dermal roller. Dermal just meaning these needles can reach to the dermal layer. Well, we don't want to reach that far. That would be, whew, you'll feel it. It's a bite to it. So it's a little sting, and we're going to run it across the skin, but I like to use a conducting gel. You can go across the skin without the conducting gel or a gel that helps you glide, and this is what it would feel like. So our client would just let them know that on their arm or wherever else, you put it on their arm first and say it's going to feel like this. Is this okay? And if they say okay, then move to the face. Or another caution, you can move to the neck. Say, this is how it's going to feel. Is that okay? And if they say cool, because that's closer to the face, now we put it on the face. How's that feel? Not too bad, but tingly, a little spicy.
Yeah, like a little tiny needle.
Right, so see, she's like a little tiny needles, because yes, they are. They're like 36 to 40 something needles running across the face at the same time. So let's do it dry first. We're going to do a dry run to open up the pores. Or not so much the pores, but we're making pores literally with the needles. The pores are already there. We already have automatically built-in DNA pores, but these we're making on our own.
Can it tickle?
It tickles. See, right? She's giving good feedback, and that's what you want. Your clients are going to go through the same thing, and as you can see, her cheeks are getting red, and this is from the needles bringing blood flow, erythema, up to the surface of the skin. Like I said, you're making holes in somebody's face. It may not seem like it's a big hole, like a, you know, huge hole you see in the movies. I mean, come on, that's violence and stuff like that. But this is tiny, tiny needles, but it's like 48 of them or 50 in a row going across somebody's skin at the same time. So it's literally like 100 plus needles in one row, because you're rolling this way 50, rolling back that way 50. It's like going down the road. If you got a 50-mile trip, it's really a 100-mile trip, because you got to and from. And see how she can get antsy, right? It's like it's ticklish, it's antsy, it's spicy. But as you can see, look at her face, like woo, and that's that blood rushing up towards the surface of the skin. And now the chemical peel can be more receptive. It can go down deep inside the skin. So we get those eyes. We do it nice and slow underneath the eye, slowly. And then that's it. I do 2 passes, maybe 3 or 4, but that's it. I don't do no 5 or 10. No, no, no. Don't get creative. Just do what you have to do. And the forehead is really going to feel it, because yes, it's on the forehead. It's the frontal bone, or frontalis muscles is on the frontal bone. And that's all you have is thin skin on the bone. And that's it for the face of that side. The nose you can do, but just gentle on the nose. You're really good, because it's sensitive. So you do a light passing on the nose. We're going to open up the pores on the nose. And you don't need a lot, you just need something to slip on. That's all. Friction is bad. And that's it. So now we're going to do our skin pin. So remember, just double check, make sure it's on the 1 nanometer. Turn it on. This is the button on the back side. All you're doing is clicking and it turns on. So we'll start at the forehead. Any pain, no pain? See? It's much better than the dermal roller because it's precise. The dermal roller, our hands are heavy, different angles make it heavier. The person's face is angled different. It's going to go into the skin heavy. So we're just checking with our client, make sure she's doing good, doing okay. But you do feel it though?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, good. And so you're doing fast movements. You're not doing anything slow unless you have ice pick acne. If somebody has really grade 3, grade 4 ice pick acne, or I'm sorry, grade 3, grade 4 regular acne, and then if somebody has crazy acne like ice pick acne, then you're gonna stay here for a while and do circles, move, circle. But see how red, right? The longer you stay, the more these needles go into the skin.
Do I annoy you?
Hey, right.
It's because I'm triggering. I'm just triggering something in you.
All right, you guys. So this is gonna be the close-up view of the skin pen. Making sure it's at 1 nanometer. It's at the 1. We put on the forehead and make sure it's okay with our client. How's that feel? Okay. And the chemical peel itself. That is it. And also this little small fan brush. Sorry, the fan brush is going to go ahead and apply to the face the chemical peel. The small bowl of cold water, make sure you have nice ice cubes, cold water, something to calm the skin down. Even after that, we're going to put on a calming balm, calming gel. This is cool. It's going to be cold on the face, but it's going to calm down the skin. So what we're going to do first is add the chemical peel into the bowl. We are wearing our gloves and the petri dish. Just set next to the client. Get your chemical peel. Give about 1 or 2 pumps, maybe 3. 1, 2. That is it. I'm not going to use 3 because we don't need a lot. Chemical peel, you only need a little bit. That's about all you need. This is a 10% lactic peel that is good for anybody's skin, anybody who's introducing somebody to a chemical peel. So what do you normally do for the first thing to do with your chemical peels? Yes, you do the client intake forms, make sure that history is, you know, they don't have any allergies to certain chemical peels. Chemical peels normally have lime, lemon, papaya, bromelain, you name it. Vitamin C, it's all derived into a chemical peel, and the chemical is the chemical processing of shrinking down those fruits.
Did I just mess it up?
Nope, you are good. Make sure your fan brush is not filled with water. If you put water on your fan brush, if you just cleaned it, make sure it's dry, because if you put a wet into the chemical peel, it's going to dilute it. And so basically you're putting on nothing on somebody's face. You really will dilute it. It doesn't mix with water. Chemical peels don't mix with water. The water takes it off. So make sure your fan brush is dry, or at least damp. Now, when we apply this chemical peel to the face, we do it in kind of a fast motion, get the peel on so they can get used to it, and we move on. And they're going to use the fan, and they'll let us know if we need to do a second pass. So we're going to do it on kind of fast, okay? Always warn your client, here we go. It's going to start. Here we go, Autumn.
Feel it.
Mm-hmm. Put on your lips for me. Perfect. Wonderful. You're good. And then the nose, be careful of the nose. Only put a little bit at a time. Because you don't want peel to drip down to the eyebrow or crevice of the eyelid. That could be problematic.
How you feel it?
Mm-hmm. Put on your lips for me. Perfect. Be good. And the nose, be careful of the nose. Only put a little bit at a time. Because you don't want peel to drip down to the eyebrow or crevice of the eyelid. That could be problematic. But as you can see, her skin is turning not crab red or anything, but that's the blood, the erythema rushing up, or capillaries, veins and venules. Everything is rushing towards the surface, the epidermis of the skin. Meaning there's an exchange. Something is going on. Something is working. So don't freak out if you have somebody turning red, even somebody of color. If I turn bright red, okay, that might be a problem. If you see somebody that's Nigerian, dark, like African, yeah, that you may be hurting them. I mean, you might not be able to see redness on somebody that has really, really dark skin tone, skin type 5 and 6. They may be problematic to where you're putting on way too much, and you may need to take that off immediately or seek medical attention, because yeah, there's no way you're supposed to see red blood flush into the skin on their skin type. Of the water. Now it's going to leak everywhere, so just make sure your client has extra towels. So what you're going to do is take those extra towels and across the neck, make sure it's nice and tight, because the water is going to seep down over the ears. Just be careful, it's going to run into the ears as well, but we don't have any earplugs. I wish I would have brought them, but you can put earplugs in and the water won't run off. So you take your ice cube, it's going to run on the forehead, but just be careful. You're going to do fast stroke, because see how fast that ice melted? Exactly. That's why you need towels and stuff. So you just,
Tickles.
sorry, it was cold. So that's why you ask your client to, she's gonna hold the towel and she's gonna block whenever she feels a trickle. So the ice cube, see, it's not trickling in my hand because my hand's not hot enough. Her skin went through a chemical peel. So yes, it's going to be, see, look at that, it instantly like melts because her skin is on fire. It's heated up to a point to where it's like, whoa, what is going on? But it brings her instant like self-cooling if you just do it really, really fast. But see how this ice cube is really just melting away. It's like, whoa, what is going on? What is this chemical process? But it's a good way to get chemical peel off the skin really, really fast. Because some people's skin, when you do a chemical peel at a 15%, 20%, 30% TCA peel, oh, they want. But it's a good way to get chemical peel off the skin really, really fast. Because some people's skin, when you do a chemical peel at a 15%, 20%, 30% TCA peel, oh, they want that peel off their face fast. If you're in Canada, if you're in Nebraska, Wisconsin, Detroit, all those upper states, you know, that just get cold weather, New York even, Buffalo, I already said Michigan, Chicago,
Minnesota.
definitely. Minnesota, oh man, Jesus, yes, of course.
What's up?
So you only need a little bit. You open your jar, and then you just grab a little bit. That's it. I know some people say that's not going to be enough. Yes, it will be, because it's concentrated. Just put enough in your hand. Rub it together and watch the magic work. Just apply nice light pressure. Her face is already on fire. You don't need to be rough with anybody's face. As I told you, that's all you need. You don't want the person's face looking like greasy or oily, too excessively oil. Just a little bit. Just enough to be absorbed into the skin. And look at her new skin.